It's a special moment when there are a ton of hockey cards in today's top 5 cards, but we also have baseball, basketball, and football to talk about as well. We'll tell you which cards are the hottest now. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday. And what a moment it is right now in the sports world. We've got Luka and LeBron pairing up and going crazy. Jimmy Butler with Golden State, that's a lot of fun as well. We've got NFL free agency, franchise tagging, all kinds of things heating up there. Of course, baseball is underway with spring training. And then the NHL just had an incredible moment with that Four Nations face-off, which caused a lot of card prices to surge. We're going to talk about those today. But first, let me tell you that this Thursday, very special day, Thursday is National Pokemon Day. And the Pokemon card market has been red hot. We don't cover it much on this show because this is a sports card show. But Pokemon cards, they've been hotter than sports cards overall over the last several months. And I'm very pleased to announce that Cards HQ is starting a brand new Pokemon card channel on Whatnot. Cards HQ Poke launches this Thursday. Pokemon breaks and Pokemon single sales. Please subscribe. I'm going to put a QR code on the screen and a link below that will specifically take you to our Cards HQ Poke channel. And if it's your first time on Whatnot, you're going to get $15 in free credit to use on that channel or anywhere on Whatnot by scanning that QR code or using the special link in our show description below. We will see you Thursday on Cards HQ Poke on Whatnot. But now let's get back to sports cards and let's take an overall look at the sports card market with the Market Pulse by Market Movers. Hey, things are looking good for sports cards as well. Over the last 7 days, the SCI 500 index of the 500 most prominent sports cards is up a little bit over 1%. It is up a little bit over 3% over the last 30 days. Certainly, basketball cards from 2018 through 2020 are helping the climb. Obviously, Luka is in that category, and he got a nice boost from moving to the Lakers. So it's good to see the sports card market moving up while the Pokemon market has been hot as well. But now let's talk about the cards that are going up and down the most. It's time for today's Top 5. We're starting today with a cold card, as we do every week, because it is a reminder that often the hot cards that are featured on this show do turn cold. Your best time to buy cards is not when they're featured on this show, but you gotta buy the cards that you think will be featured on this show in the future. That would be the right time to buy cards. Look, this cold card today, it is undeserved. It is Brock Bowers, the incredible tight end for the Las Vegas Raiders. But look, this is what happens. We're in the off season of football now, and even the best players will often see their card prices fall in the off season because they were so hyped during the regular season, and now we're in the off season. So sports card collectors and investors are turning their attention to other sports. That means this is often a good time to buy in the offseason for the players you want to get. And I say this is completely undeserved because Brock Bowers had the best rookie year for a tight end, I think, ever in history. Listen to these stats: 112 receptions, 1,194 yards, and 5 touchdowns for a rookie tight end. Unbelievable. His cards do not deserve to go down, but we are in the offseason, so yes, that always happens. His cards are going down a bit. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and I'll show you those cards. I'm looking at 6 of his 2024 rookie cards. We're going to look at all of these cards in PSA 10 condition. That was his 2024 Donruss. We're also going to look at his 2024 Optic Preview Red Pandora. That was from 2024 Donruss as well. How about his Mosaic Kaleidoscopic? This is my son Reeves' favorite insert card. He loves the Kaleidoscopics. He's collecting the complete set from 2024. And then, of course, you got his Prism that we're going to look at, as well as his Prism Silver. And then finally, let's take a look at his Donruss the Rookies card. I like these cards. I think these ones are underrated personally, just my opinion, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter which one of these you have. You can see on the chart, all of these have fallen over the last 30 days. These are down anywhere between 19% and about 49% goodness. His Donruss base has dropped from $80 to $53. His Red Pandora has dropped from $201 to $164. His Kaleidoscopic from $550 down to $310. So Reeves, this might be the moment to buy. It just became a little bit more affordable for you. His Prism base from $91 down to $75, and his Prism Silver from $696 down to $355. Darn! A $341 drop. Goodness gracious, in the last 30 days. And his Donruss, the rookies, from $115 down to $71. Again, none of this is deserved. This is just simply the fact we're in the offseason. I don't know. I would think about buying some Brock Bowers this offseason. Maybe see how the price charts trend over the next month or so. If these go down a little further and then they start to plateau, that might be your moment to buy. But now let's talk about cards going up, and we're sticking with football for our investment card of the week. And this week it is Eric Dickerson. Yes, the all-time great running back. Of course, Dickerson played for the Los Angeles Rams in the 1980s and then the Indianapolis Colts in the 80s as well, going into the early 90s. Then he actually played for the Raiders for a season and the Falcons for a season as well. But people remember him for his incredible speed and his ability to break tackles, which made him one of the most dynamic players of his era. He was very key for the Los Angeles Rams offense during the 1980s. He set the single season rushing record in 1984 with an astonishing 2,105 yards. That record stood for 34 years. He was also a 5-time first-team All-Pro, a 6-time Pro Bowler, the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, a 4-time NFL rushing yard leader, and the Offensive Player of the Year back in 1986. All of these are great reasons to collect Eric Dickerson's cards. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and this is Eric Dickerson's 1984 Topps rookie card. Now, these cards were printed very heavily. There were no parallels back in 1984, so you just have this rookie card of him, and that's it. But in PSA 10 condition, these cards are quite rare. There's a population of only 138 of these in PSA 10 condition. Now in PSA 9, there's 2,724, and that's why the PSA 9s are worth a lot less than the PSA 10s. But you can see both the 9s and the 10s have actually done very well in the sports card market over the last year. We're looking over the last 365 days. The PSA 10, this is crazy. This card is up 174%. You could have bought this card 30 days ago for around 1 year ago. You could have bought this card 1 year ago for around $2,300. And most recently it sold for over $6,200. Gosh, that is a gain of almost $4,000 in a year on that card. And the PSA 9 has gone up from $87 to $121 over the last year. It's great to see Eric Dickerson get quite a bit of, collectability and attention here from collectors for his rookie cards. But now let's talk about players playing today. And in the number 5 spot, it is Connor Hellebuck, the goalie for the Winnipeg Jets. Now, the Winnipeg Jets are in prime position to make a serious run at the Stanley Cup this year. They have the NHL's best record, and they continue to dominate on the ice. And a key reason for their success has been the outstanding play of Hellebuck this season. He is leading the league in shutouts and goals against average. He's basically been a brick wall in the net, and his stellar performance carried Team USA to the finals of the Four Nations face-off as well. So all of that attention has caused Hellebuck's card prices to rise. Let's take a look here at Market Movers. We're going to look at Hellebuck's 2015 Upper Deck Young Guns card, his kind of preeminent rookie card there. We're going to look at that in raw condition. We're also going to look at it in PSA 10, and then we're going to look at the canvas version of that card in PSA 10 condition as well. And you can see all three of these have moved up nicely in the market over the last 30 days. The raw version of his Young Guns has jumped from $18 to $31 over the last 30 days. The PSA 10 has jumped from $158 up to $204, and the canvas in PSA 10 has jumped from $121 up to $140. Very nice to see Hellebuck's cards getting some attention in the hockey card market. Now let's turn our attention to baseball because we have, of course, spring training now in full swing. And in the number 4 spot today, it is Connor Griffin, the shortstop prospect for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now we all know the Pirates struck gold in the 2023 Major League Baseball draft by selecting Paul Skeens with the first overall pick. And they may have hit another home run in 2024. Connor Griffin was the 9th overall pick in last year's draft, and he is already turning heads in his first spring training. On Sunday, he made an immediate impact, delivering a go-ahead single in his first at-bat to help the Pirates secure a win over the Minnesota Twins. So all it takes is one moment like that, and you got a lot of baseball card collectors, investors, and speculators who are rushing out to buy his cards. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. These are his cards. So these are all going to be from 2024 Bowman Draft. This is his 2024 Bowman Draft Chrome Draft Picks first auto card. We're going to look at that in raw condition. We're also going to look at the blue refractor version of that same card, number to 150 in raw condition. We're going to look at the normal refractor, number to 499 of that same card in raw condition. We're also going to look at the purple refractor, number to 250 in raw condition. And then finally, we are going to look at the non-auto refractor version of that card. This one we're going to look at in PSA 10 condition. And by the way, a great feature of Market Movers with all of these different parallels that you got to pay attention to now is just hit the down arrow and scroll up and you can see all the different parallels. And if there's recent sales, it's going to show you right there and you can click on and see what they're all selling for. By the way, you can also do the same thing with all the different grade choices as well. Pretty cool feature there in Market Movers. All right, but let's look at what Connor Griffin's cards are in fact doing. You can see on the chart over the last 30 days, these things are going up pretty substantially, right? So we're looking at increases of anywhere between 11% and 112%. His draft picks auto jumped from about $95 to $105. The blue refractor from $405 to $525. The regular refractor from $187 to $250. And the purple refractor, the non-auto purple refractor, from around $17 up to $35. Those were all in raw condition. And then the normal refractor non-auto PSA 10 from around $71 up to $82. Great to see Connor Griffin getting some love from baseball card collectors. Back to hockey we go for the number 3 card today, and it is Jack Eichel, the center for the Las Vegas Knights. Now, the Golden Knights are enjoying another strong season. They are currently sitting atop the Pacific Division as they aim for another Stanley Cup run. And Jack Eichel has been a key figure for the Knights over the last 4 seasons, and he is having a standout year. He is ranking 4th in the NHL in assists. He also demonstrated exceptional leadership during the Four Nations face-off, showcasing his offensive power by contributing multiple assists and playing a crucial role in Team USA's overall performance throughout that tournament. So, guess what? Eichel's cards are going up. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. We're going to look at his 2015 Upper Deck Young Guns card. Let's look at that one in PSA 10 condition, also in raw condition. We're going to look at the canvas version of the card in raw condition as well. And then finally, his 2015 SP Authentic Future Watch Auto, number to $9.99. We'll look at that in raw condition as well. You can see on the chart, all of these moving up over the last 30 days. These are up anywhere between 7% and almost 52%. The PSA 10 of his Young Guns has jumped from $105 to $150, and in raw, it's jumped from $26 up to about $33. The Canvas Raw has jumped from around $20 up to $31, and the SP Future Watch Auto Raw has jumped from $128 to $136. Nice to see a lot of hockey on this list. And get ready, you might see another card in a minute here. Let's go to the NBA for the number 2 card today, and it is Stefan Castle, the guard for the San Antonio Spurs. Now look, things haven't exactly gone right for the Spurs recently, especially with Wemby now out for the entire season, and the season hasn't maybe gone quite as well as they had hoped overall. But a bright spot for the Spurs this season has been rookie Stefan Castle. During the NBA All-Star Weekend, Castle earned the Rising Stars MVP award, leading his team to victory in the Rising Stars Challenge. He's been a standout in his rookie year overall. He's averaging almost 13 points per game, which is the highest amongst all rookies. He also has 3 rebounds and 3.5 assists per game on average as well. So, there's been talk about this year's NBA rookie class not being so strong, but I think some basketball card collectors and investors are starting to wake up a little bit and realize there are a few potential future stars in this class that are worth buying. Castle is one, and let's take a look at what his cards are doing here in Market Movers. We're going to look at his 2023 Topps Chrome McDonald's All-American autograph card. We're going to look at that in raw condition. We're also going to look at his 2024 Prism Draft Picks Color Blast card in raw condition. We'll also look at the black version of that card from 2024 Prism Draft Picks in raw condition as well. And then finally, how about his 2024 Prism Draft Picks Stained Glass card in raw condition. Look at all of these jump up on the chart all over the last 30 days. These are up anywhere between 36% and 90%. His 2023 Topps Chrome Autographs card from the McDonald's All-American game jumped from $63 to $106. And his 2024 Prism Draft Picks Color Blasts, the white version jumped from $175 to $291. The black version jumped from $155 to $211. And his stained glass jumped from $50 up to $95, all of those in raw condition. Pretty nice work there for Castle's cards. All right, it is time for today's number one card, or should I say the number one cards. But before I give them to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs from today's show are from Market Movers. Market Movers is the ultimate way to track the price of sports cards and to track your collection and see what your collection is worth every single day. You can get started for free. Just go to sportscardinvestor.com and click Market Movers in the main menu bar, or go to the App Store on your phone and search Market Movers and download the Market Movers app. Give it a try now. I think you're going to like it. All right, here we are. The number one card or cards of the week. It is Matthew and Brady Tkachuk. The brothers, yes, the brothers are number one combined today. Now, Matthew, of course, is a left wing for the Florida Panthers. Brady is a left wing for the Ottawa Senators. But the Four Nations face-off is what put them both recently in the spotlight. It was nothing short of spectacular. Now, Team USA, of course, ultimately did fall short against Canada in the championship game, but the tournament drew a record viewership on ESPN, peaking at 10.4 million viewers. And a significant part of that record viewership can be attributed to the intense rivalry and the antics, the fighting, displayed in the first game between US and Canada. And of course, we know the contributions specifically of the Tkachuk brothers when it came to that. They certainly got that first game started with a bang, and they were vital overall to helping the USA reach the championship game and have success throughout it. Their combination of skill, physicality, and leadership helped propel the team through the group stages, making them standout players throughout the tournament. And all of that attention and spotlight, guess what? It's causing their card prices to soar. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. And we have two of Brady Tkachuk's cards up on the screen. This is his 2018 Upper Deck Young Guns base card. We're gonna look at that in PSA 10 as well as in raw condition. And then for Matthew Tkachuk, we're also gonna look at his Young Guns base card. That one's from 2016 for Matthew. We're gonna look at that in PSA 10 as well as in raw condition. But for Matthew, we're also gonna look at his SP Authentic Future Watch Auto, numbered to $9.99 in PSA 10 condition, because he's had some recent sales of that, whereas Brady hasn't had as many recent sales of his to show on the chart. But overall, if you have either of the Tkachuk brothers cards in your collection, you are quite happy. These cards in particular are up anywhere between 47% and all the way up at 352% over the last 30 days. Brady Tkachuk's Upper Deck Young Guns base from 2018, PSA 10 has jumped from $81 to $120, and raw has jumped from $33 to $57. And then Matthew Tkachuk, his Young Guns from 2016 PSA 10 has jumped from $95 all the way up to $181. The raw has jumped from $7 all the way up to $35. And the SP Future Watch Auto, numbered to $9.99, get this, it has jumped from $137 all the way up to $562. Granted, just two sales of that card, but man, what an increase it has been overall for the Kachuk brothers and their card prices. It is cool to see so much hockey on today's Top 5 list. If you enjoyed the show, please give it a like and a subscribe, and make sure to go download Market Movers. Search for Market Movers in the App Store right now, or go to sportscardinvestor.com and click Market Movers in the main menu bar. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon with the next episode. Take care.